So last week, I told you about how Alina HaBO, Donald Trump's apparently lead lawyer in the New York fraud trial for some reason, she objected to her own piece of evidence, right? She introduces evidence and then she's like, wait a minute, no, I object. You would think that things couldn't get any dumber. But let's not forget, right? This is Alina HaBO we're dealing with. And this week, oh my God, things somehow got even dumber. Because Donald Trump's legal team this week introduced evidence that actually shows that their client lied about his properties, which is the exact thing that he is actually on trial for. His team of lawyers introduced evidence showing that he was lying about the properties. Here's a couple of examples. They put up this slideshow, right? And the first slide described the Trump Tower in New York City as having 72 stories. They said this is a 72-story property here. You know, based on Donald Trump's own things, it's 72 stories. Problem is, it's not. It's actually 63 stories, according to the surveys, the land surveys, right? They got to figure out how many stories are in the building, and they said there's only 63. But here Trump's lawyers say, here is where he said 72. Ha ha. Oops. It didn't end there either, folks. Because then they said that his Las Vegas, Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas, is 64 stories. It's not true either. It's actually in the 50s because the floor numbers jump from 8 to 16. It doesn't matter if you have a couple floors that are used for conferences, so they have like the super tall ceilings that would basically make up 2 floors. If it's one floor to ceiling, it's one floor. So they put up 2 slides showing that their client did the very thing that the prosecutors are saying he did. Trump's legal team introduced this, showed it to the court, and he really may want to consider getting some new lawyers at this point. There has not been a single time throughout this entire trial where Donald Trump's lawyers have been in the headlines for doing something good or for even doing something not bad. Every time there is a headline that mentions Trump's lawyers or Alina HaBO or Christopher Keese, it's because they're either saying something stupid, introducing something stupid, objecting to their own evidence, or getting hit with a gag order. Every time these morons are in the headlines, which is multiple times per week, it's because they are screwing up this badly. And as I've said, I do think Alina HaBO is one of the worst lawyers in the country. But at the same time, part of me has to wonder, like, is Trump really just attracting lawyers that are this bad? Or are they just so screwed because their client is so guilty that they got nothing, right? I mean, it's probably a little bit of both. I have to imagine these people are not as dumb as they come across. Like, they went to law school, they passed the bar, they got to know what they're doing, but they also may be left with so little to work with that this is all they can do. I don't know, but I do know that throughout this entire trial, they have not done him any favors. And if anything, his own lawyers have made it more likely that he is going to lose everything at the end of this trial. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.